Good morning, happy Friday. I will just see if anyone is going to be able to jump on live with me whilst I have some coffee. Hopefully, when you can come on live with me, say team live, and if you're watching the replay, team replay. So one thing I have noticed a lot lately was how empathetic or intuitive business owners are not directly speaking to their audience or their potential audience. And there's a couple of reasons for this. So I wanted to come on into the group and talk to you a little bit more about those and explain why your audience don't know enough about what you're doing and what you're selling, okay, and the way that you can quickly and easily change this. So this is valuable stuff to anyone in business who is working with people, you know, and that's what all businesses ultimately do. We're working with people, for people, adding value. And as empathetic, intuitive business owners, this is even more important because we feel so much, yet we don't necessarily use that to our advantage in the way that we communicate and the way that we stand tall in our power, okay? So what your audience or potential audience don't know about you, okay? What you sell and why. So do you think that you share openly with your audience exactly what you sell? Do you think that you share that? Do you think they know exactly what your programs are, exactly what your services are? They might know snippets, but I can guarantee you that unless they're working with you, okay, unless they're working with you, so this is your potential clients and your potential audience, they do not know the benefits, okay? I have worked with a lot of empathetic, intuitive business owners now, and I know that one of the things that we tend to shy away from is talking about the benefits because we don't want to say too much. We don't want to be seen to be bragging. We're sometimes in a little bit of shock around how much change and value that we can initiate through our businesses. So it's almost like we're disbelieving ourselves. But I tell you, people are not as interested in the length of programs, in the topics that you cover, in the learnings and the teachings as much as understanding at the end of it what they're going to get from it. So they need to know at the end of this learning, of this teaching, of this program, what is going to be different for them, okay? And the sky's the limit based on, you know, whether or not you're selling a product, whether or not you're selling a service, in the sense that once you have people that have already journeyed with you, you can see the benefits. You can ask those people what the benefits were. You can actually get it from the horse's mouth and have testimonials. But as a business owner, if you are not willing to stand up and share that with your potential audience around the benefits that you have been able to create, then you're doing your audience a disservice because they might need what you can deliver. And just by telling them about a service or a program and the intricacies of it, without telling them what it's meant to be doing or what they're going to have as a result of it, means they don't know. They haven't connected with that. As empaths and as intuitive business owners, I am very conscious that we tend to work with one another. We don't tend to attract people into our sphere of business who are not somewhat empathetic or somewhat intuitive in their own rights and have it be an enjoyable experience. So connect with the audience, connect with those potential audience, and share with them the fact that they are going to get a benefit at the end of working with you, at the end of buying this product, and that benefit is going to be incredible for a thing, for a something, you know? So think very carefully about what these benefits are and how people are, why people are working with you and what their end results are that they're actually getting. What is the benefit that they're obtaining, and how can you translate that into something tangible for people to really understand? So if you're on live with me, team live. If you are on watching the replay, team replay. So that is one thing that I know that you can change immediately, is start talking about the benefits of what you do. The other thing, okay, now this is one that's very, very important. You might be creating benefits over here for people who have worked with you, and life might be changing, relationships, careers, wherever it is that you're working, whatever it is that you're creating. But I wonder if your audience and your potential audience know why you do it. Okay? So if your audience or your potential audience have an understanding of who you are at the grassroots and understand why you have dedicated your business to creating these results, these benefits over here, and they can make the connection between the two, all of a sudden you become a tangible person, somebody who they have bonded with, connected with, and made a relationship with. That's really important. As you'll know, for empaths and intuitives, we like to know the people. We like to feel connected. We like to know that there is something more to the business interaction than just business. We want to feel part of a community. We want to feel part of a bigger something. We want to know that the benefits that we're deriving are emotional, mental, spiritual. They're not all tangible, materialistic things. You know, there has to be something that connects deeper for us. So allowing your audience and your potential audience to know why you sell what you sell through your business is critical. And that might be something that I know a lot of empaths and intuitives feel uncomfortable sharing because it's vulnerable. Because most of the time they have experienced something that has meant they now want to make a change in the world. So they are selling products, they are selling services. They've gone into business to counteract this experience that they've gone through, to make sure that no one else has to live through what they have, or if they do, that they're there to support them. So that in itself is a very powerful piece of information. And I don't think you can talk about that enough with your audience and your potential audience. I think allowing them to build that level of a relationship with you is going to be so empowering for them and so empowering for you, because it brings you and those that you're meant to work with so much closer, so that when you tell them about the benefits they can get from working with you in whichever way it is through your business, it's even more realistic for them. They believe that you are the person that can provide that for them, you know? Now, here's the clincher. So 2 bits of very critical information when you are in business as an intuitive and an empath. Okay, so knowing who you're speaking to in your audience is very important. Talking about the benefits of actually what you sell, why you sell. Talking about, sorry, I'm just looking at my notes, talking about the benefits of what you sell and why you sell, and then talking about your why behind why you have created this particular service, product. So your why, the benefits, knowing who you're speaking to in your audience, this is the critical piece, okay? As empaths and intuitive business owners, I have come to understand and to learn that we don't necessarily acknowledge enough of the impact that we make for people, okay? We have found a calling and we are following that calling, and I understand that that is sufficient enough. However, to reach more people and to have more people follow you, like you, trust you, and buy your services, you cannot be scared to sell your value. And what I mean is, again, selling isn't the word that really, it's sharing your value, sharing and expressing and communicating the value that you have created, the way in which you have benefited people in their lives, in their businesses, in their careers. That is absolutely critical for them to understand and see you as an expert in your field, okay? Because there's so many people out there, okay, let's be honest, there's so many people who are on social media sharing their stories, helping create businesses, you know, going through blueprints, going through frameworks, helping people to build product launches. There's so much on social media now, and there's so much buzz around aspiring entrepreneurs. You want to be seen as an expert in your field, which means that you have to accept for yourself that you are an expert in your field. And when I say an expert in your field, this is believing in yourself, believing in your accomplishments to date, believing in your strength of traveling through the journey and experiences that you have already experienced, acknowledging the fact that you're actually in business or that you're starting a business, because although there's a lot of people out there, not many of them stick around. You know, not many of them actually last the distance. And if you're going into it with the intention of being able to last the distance, then you're wanting to create a sustainable business from the get-go. And this is one of the things that you have to understand. You must back yourself. You must feel confident, but it's more than confidence. It's knowing, it's that inner knowing and that inner trust that no matter what comes your way, you can manage it. No matter what comes your way, you can, with dignity, with experience, with an air of confidence and trust in yourself, get through a particular situation. Now that is what an expert does and is. It's not always sharing exactly the same thing over and over again, but it's understanding from that empathetic and intuitive viewpoint that everything is slightly different. It feels slightly different to each particular individual. And as you're working with each particular individual, you trust that you will be able to support them to get them to where they need to be, even if it's not the same way that you would have done it for somebody else. So this is all about being flexible, but knowing in yourself that you have that ability to do that. Because the moment that that clicks for you, that is when people will follow you. That is when people will understand that you have this amazing thing that you can do for them, and you're the only one that can do it. And if they are your sole client, that becomes even more critical for them to tap into and understand, because you might have this crazy feeling that you're meant to work with that person, that that person out there is for you. And if you doubt yourself in any way, shape, or form, doubt the benefits that you've created, doubt your abilities to hold this person's hand through their journey, or provide them with the said product that they need that best suits and fits their requirements, then there is an element of doubt. And until you remove that, the soul client might not feel as connected as they could. Okay, so that's the last piece of the puzzle in my book. You must know who you are speaking to. So getting super, super clear on your ideal client, okay? Knowing who they are, man, woman, blue eyes, brown eyes, red hair, blonde hair, you know, no hair. Getting really, really clear on who they are and how they function in the world, you know, how they feel about certain things, how they react to certain things. You know, are they hot-headed? Are they cool, calm, and collected? Are they erratic, anxious, confused, exhausted? You know, who is that ideal client that you are speaking to, and what are they struggling with? Most of you will have attempted to nail that at some point, maybe not with the feelings associated with it, so go back and write into that with the feelings. But your audience and potential audience don't know what you sell and why. So tell them the benefits of what you're selling. Tell them, if they work with you, if they buy into you, what they will get at the end of it. What are they going to be able to literally create, okay? How are they going to build this business, this lifestyle, this freedom, this exercise plan, this motherhood journey, this whatever it might be, okay? Benefit, benefit, benefit. Tell them the outcome. Tell them the outcome, the outcome, the outcome, because that's what they will buy into. That is what they are critically interested in, okay? And talk about the benefits. Then we're talking about your why. Let them connect with you. Let them understand why it's so important to you, why it's a passion for you to help them get said benefit, okay? That connection is critical for empaths. And that leads into, don't be scared to share your value. You know, you created said outcome, said benefit. You've tried it, you've tested it, it works, it's real. Acknowledge it for yourself now. Now is the time to know that you are your expert, that you are a leader in your field, and that you deserve to recognize that for yourself, because as soon as you do and you have that air of confidence and acknowledge your ability, that is when people will feel safe in your hands, okay? Because all of a sudden you've accepted yourself entirely, and you've shared with them the why behind the benefit, and then you've shared with them all of the benefits, and you're talking to them because you know them, because you've done your ideal client avatar and it's directed at them, and then all of a sudden you're understood, and yet all you've done is share and try and reach people for what they're doing, and let them know a little bit more about you and why you're doing what you're doing and the services that you offer because of the benefits, okay? So they are my tips for today. So excited. So they are my tips for today, and I would love it if you could put a comment in underneath this and just share with me how you've done this, because I think that today of all days you could actually implement this. Like you could follow that three-part training, learning, sharing. You know, you could go out there and you could pick one of your products, one of your services, and talk about the benefits, and just talk about the benefits and the benefits and the benefits and the benefits. You know, what is it that they're going to get at the end of that? Why do they need that thing? What is it that they're going to get? What is it that they're going to get? And then talk about why that's so important to you, why you're so passionate about it, and then sit and explore and understand that you are an expert in your field, that you actually create that benefit for people. You know, soak that up for a little while, sit in that feeling and allow yourself to be consumed with it, because that is magnificent, okay? So, please let me know how you have done this today. I'm really, really passionate about people trying this out, okay? Literally 3 steps, just 3 steps, and you are going to see a difference in yourself and in your audience and potential audience. So see what comes of this. Write in the comments, let me know how you've gone about doing this. Don't shy away from being vulnerable. Own your journey and understand how important and critical that has been to getting you where you are now, which is giving benefits, understanding your why behind the benefits, and then sitting in that amazing feeling of self-magnificence, owning the fact that you create these benefits for people and knowing that you're confident within yourself to do that. So have fun with this today. I really hope that this has been a key for you, a key learning to develop your business, to grow your business, to grow yourself within your business, because let's face it, as an empathic intuitive, we are our businesses, whether we like it or not. Okay, so for those of you watching on replay, Team Replay, let me know how you get on with this and what changes for you and what you've actually done to implement this. I'm so excited to hear how you get on. All right, much love. Have a happy Friday.